The German East Africa Company, Gesellschaft für deutsche Ostafrika-Dienst, or HEA for short, was a German company that operated in the African continent in the late 19th century. The company's primary focus was on trade, and it played a significant role in the development of African trade within the region. This video seeks to explore the role of the German East Africa Company in African trade by first discussing its establishment, and then examining its activities and impacts. The German East Africa Company was established in 1884 after the German Chancellor, Otto von Bismarck, declared the region a German protectorate. The decision was informed by the need to secure German economic interests in East Africa, which included trade, commerce, and access to raw materials. The company's main objective was to facilitate trade between Africa and Germany and other European powers. Its operational headquarters was situated in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, which was then a small coastal town. One of the primary activities of the HEA was the provision of credit to local traders. The company advanced loans to local traders, who would then purchase goods such as ivory, rubber, and sisal from their fellow Africans, which they sold to European markets. Through this system, the HEA supported local trade by providing credit facilities to African traders who lacked the necessary capital to conduct trade beyond their immediate regions. The company bridged the gap between the African traders and European buyers, who were often reluctant to trade with unproven and unknown local traders. The HEA also played a significant role in the development of infrastructure in East Africa. The company was responsible for building and maintaining roads, railways, bridges, and ports. These developments facilitated the transportation of goods from the interior to the coast, where they were loaded onto ships bound for Europe. The roads and railways built by the HEA connected the interior regions of East Africa to the coast, creating a trade network that spanned the entire region. The ports constructed by the company facilitated the movement of goods to and from East Africa, thereby making the region more accessible to European markets. The HEA also played a significant role in the introduction and cultivation of crops in East Africa. The company introduced crops such as sisal, which was grown in large quantities and exported to various European markets. Other crops introduced by the HEA included coffee, cotton, and tobacco. The introduction of these crops transformed the East African economy, as local farmers cultivated the crops and sold them to the HEA. The company then exported the crops, earning significant profits in the process. Another critical role played by the HEA was the establishment of trade monopolies in East Africa. The company held monopolies over the trade of certain products such as salt, gunpowder, and alcohol. These monopolies gave the HEA exclusive rights to trade in the products, which ensured that the company earned significant profits. The trade monopolies also gave the company considerable influence over the local population, as it controlled the supply of essential products. The HEA also played a significant role in the development of the East African labor force. The company employed thousands of Africans as porters, laborers, and traders. The employment provided by the HEA offered many Africans an opportunity to earn a steady income and improve their standard of living. Many African workers employed by the HEA were able to send their children to school and invest in businesses, thereby creating a middle class in East Africa. Lastly, the HEA played a critical role in the development of the East African economy. The company's activities introduced new products, created employment opportunities, and facilitated trade between East Africa and Europe. The profits generated by the HEA were plowed back into the company, which invested in various sectors of the East African economy. The HEA's investments led to the development of industries such as manufacturing, mining, and agriculture, which provided additional employment opportunities and boosted economic growth in East Africa. In conclusion, the German East Africa Company played a significant role in the development of African trade. The company facilitated trade between Africa and Europe, established infrastructure, introduced new crops, held trade monopolies, developed the labor force, and contributed to the development of the East African economy. Although the HEA's activities were beneficial to East Africa, they were not without controversy. Critics of the Heer argued that the company exploited African labor and resources, profited at the expense of local traders, and held excessive influence over the East African economy. Despite these criticisms, the German East Africa Company remains a seminal force in the history of African trade.